Man, talk about a upset. I mean, Chris Colbert gets beat down, battered by a dude that took a fight on 3 weeks' notice. I hate to see what would have happened if he would have had a full 8 week camp. But at the end of the day, they got it right, man. The right guy won. It was a domination. I had I had Garcia. I had it 11 rounds to one. I mean, he just battered Colbert. He kept him against the rope. A lot of times people are fooled by what they see in fights when sometimes a guy get a guy up against the ropes and he's throwing punches and then the guy is bobbing and weaving and looking like nothing's happening, but he was getting touched up. Colbert was getting touched. It looked like he was on the verge of getting stopped. And Garcia just pounded on him. He pounded on him. He pounded on him and basically beat him down. And he basically had Chris Colbert, who knew he was a defeated fighter. He decided, hey, I don't want to get knocked out. I'm gonna get on my bicycle. I'm gonna just back up and just, keep myself from getting knocked out. Because it looked like in the 10th, it was almost time to like throw in the towel. But Colbert, he just said, you know what? I lost this fight. I know I lost this fight. So I'm just gonna make sure I don't get stopped. But props to Garcia. He battered Colbert. He battered him. He beat him down. He put blenders on him. You know what I'm saying? It was like making a smoothie. I mean, Chris Colbert was getting beat up. So you know what I'm saying? You got to respect the dude that come in there and get ready. A lot of times you hear guys say, "Hey man, I lost this fight cuz I only had a 6 week camp." This is a dude who only had a 3 week camp. He came in there and dominated. He came in there and dominated. It's like that old saying, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, and Garcia got ready. It wasn't one of these, well, you know what? It's a payday. I'm going to go in there and do the best I can, and we'll see what happens. He came to win, and he went in there and won. Now, Chris Colbert said he wasn't feeling himself and all that kind of stuff. I just think it's a typical case where he underestimated the guy. He figured like, hey, this is a dude that took a fight on short notice, and I can have my way with him. But I have to say this. Okay, it's official now. Chris Colbert don't have no power. He doesn't have any power. He doesn't have any pop. He got quick hands. He don't have any pop. He can't hurt you. He landed his best shots and he couldn't hurt the dude. You know? Sometimes throwing those combinations, if you don't sit on your punches, you still ain't gonna do no damage. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good throwing those quick combinations. But if they don't have no thump to them, and the other dude is sitting on his punches, walking you down and pounding on you, well, hey. And this fight was easy as hell to score. It wasn't nothing controversial about this fight. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what, bro? I didn't want to do that. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest Chris Colbert. I'm not the biggest Chris Colbert fan because I remember when he was he was shooking and jiving. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was getting his dance on. He was disrespecting Wilder, and now it's karma. To a certain degree, it's karma. Say what you want to say about Wilder. Wilder went out on his shield. He got beat down. He got beat down. He got dominated. Well, it wasn't no prime time about Chris Colbert. It was just time for him to get his ass beat. And that's what happened. He got the Beats by Dre put on him. And like I said, I'd hate to see what would have happened to him if the dude would have had a full 8-week camp. He might have not made it to the 6th round. You have to be ready. And obviously, Chris Colbert just thought, hey, this is a dude. He here to get a payday. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna, I'm just gonna be in cruise mode. I ain't gonna do too much, and I'll win the fight. Boy, was he wrong. Garcia came in there to win, and he won. And Garcia got a good fighting style. You have to see. Here's the thing about these dudes, guys like him. Punch placement and good timing will beat speed every time. Every time. Now, I will say this much. Colbert got a better chin than Amir Khan, but it's the same thing with him. Don't have much power. And if you don't have power to at least keep people off of you, uh-oh. So now what happens with Chris Colbert? Now they go back to the drawing board. They're gonna have to be some things that Chris Colbert is gonna have to change up. But he a guy, nobody don't respect his power. As you can see, Garcia kept coming. He wasn't worried about Colbert. He wasn't like, this dude can't hurt me. When a dude just continues to keep coming with no hesitation, continues to walk you down and say, come on, throw a punch so I can counter. He already knew he was in Chris Colbert's head. And he broke him down systematically. He had Chris Colbert doubting himself. He had Chris Colbert like backpedaling the last 2 rounds. You know? But this is why we call it boxing. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. But don't worry, you guys. I'll put together a video. I got to do some other stuff, but we will pick this up. We're gonna talk about Josh Taylor, of course. Getting a gift decision versus Jack Catterall. We definitely gonna talk about that. Now I understand why. I truly understand why they was trying to make Crawford versus Taylor, because I'm telling you, Crawford, man, Taylor would have been food for Terrence Crawford. But yeah, I hope Deontay Wilder somewhere smiling, seeing what happened to Chris Colbert. Deontay Wilder went out on his shield. He fought like a man. Even though he got stopped by Tyson Fury, he kept coming and he fought like a man. Chris Colbert, he started retreating the last 2 rounds because he didn't want to get knocked out. And that was always Wilder's thing. He said, if I get knocked out, I get knocked out. Chris Colbert didn't want to get knocked out. So there you have it. Appreciate the time. I'm out.